I don't know why I've decided to do this video. This is so grim. Food-wise, we've got a few hacks, so I'll put the screenshot of the people that suggested these things. The only one I thought of, like when I planned this video, the only one I thought of that I knew of that like loads of people did was tuna blended with orange juice, because for some reason people used to do this to get more protein in nice and easily. I'm unsure why they didn't just consume whey protein. You know, that would have been the easier way to go about it. Just have a scoop of whey, fella. You don't need to drink some dead fish. But yeah, this is, and then obviously the orange juice is there to like try and mask the taste of the tuna. For me personally, I don't dislike tuna that much. I also kind of dislike orange juice. I don't really like orange juice. I much prefer apple juice or, you know, something like that. So I don't know what's worse, the taste of the tuna or the taste of the orange juice. But we're going to blend them both together and just have that. And that's my pre-workout for legs today. So we do have legs that we've got to go and train as well. We'll just eat a couple raw eggs as well, you know, just nail them. Don't really know. So it's quite early right now. It's 10:30 on a lovely Thursday morning. I've had one meal. I had a pretty big, aggressively large bowl of rice pudding this morning because I knew that my pre-workout meal was going to be pretty inadequate. I am probably, after I've done this, just going to drink some electrolytes with some carbs in there to actually get, you know, a decent serving of fast digesting carbs pre-workout. Post-workout, which you'll see after we've trained, is a very easy way to get some nice carbs in. That is going to be some apple pie filling. Apparently people used to carb up on this. It's quite an American thing, I think. I'm assuming the apple pie filling in America was probably a lot more carb dense because American, they just love their obesity. So this is what I found in the UK, so we'll just eat some of this. Don't really know what it is and why it's green, because I would have thought it'd be yellow, but the tin's all green, so that's slightly alarming. I'm not sure I can put this one on YouTube, but here we have a grapefruit. Now those who know. Not sure what I'm actually going to do with it because, well, I do know what I'm going to do with it, but I can't put that in the video. So we'll give that one a go. I'll give you some feedback on what it's like to make content with a grapefruit, Kai Green style. Do you know Kai Green? No. Some of the audience doesn't know Kai Green. He's a filmist, yeah. Do you know Phil Heath? No, okay, right. So, very good bodybuilder, second best in the world. Came second many years in a row. He was like big time, massive. His career took a slight twist when he decided to, I think he probably got paid quite a lot of money to do so. He made a very inappropriate video making love to a grapefruit. And then that was published. And yeah. Good video, 10 out of 10 would recommend, like, watch that a fair few times. Got it on DVD, actually. Really good. Right then, let's start. Let's start with some tuna and orange juice. That looks delightful. Nice. I don't really know why I've got two tins out here. That's a little bit optimistic thinking I need to, so, you know, I'll save that for when I do this tomorrow because I enjoy it so much. Do you literally just put orange juice in that?
Sure video.
Fuck it, I might put some egg whites in it as well, just make it a bit more grim.
Are you actually going to have it, or are you just like...
I'll drink it, yeah. We're not faking this, we'll put some liquid egg whites in there, just because, you know, more protein, more gains. This is the difference of going from 16th place at Detroit to 15th place. I'm doing the work that nobody else wants to do. Chuck some orange juice in there. I don't know how much orange juice to do, but just a little bit splash more. Nice, right. It honestly, it just looks like cinnamon cereal from ESN. It's that cinnamon cereal with isolate. It's delightful. Right then. Oh, that is foul. Do you want a whiff? Oh, does that smell that? You got to smell that. It actually just smells worse than normal tuna. My eyes are watering. Why is it grey? That is a little bit concerning, but... Oh. It's something, yeah.
How do you feel?
just like I'm growing by the minute drinking it. Like I'm gonna throw up like more of that. It isn't okay, it is awful. Solid, right? I can see why people used to do that. It's fucking delightful. Why have whey protein when you can have that? We'll just wash it down with a quick egg, just because, you know, apparently just people used to really struggle to hit their protein, so I don't really know what you're meant to do with this. Straight gains. I swallowed the yolk. Oh, fucking hell, I feel grim. Let me just wash that down with a nice beverage. I don't really know what else you're meant to do with the grapefruit. We'll just like cut a nice segment and tuck in, because I'm not going to be making love to a grapefruit, unfortunately. Not in this video anyway. Maybe when my career's going downhill and I need the views. Just have a scram. It's alright, it's a bit, just tastes like an orange if I'm honest. It's quite bitter. I don't know why I'm just trying a grapefruit, because I meant to be shagging it, but I'm not doing that, so I'm just eating it instead. Would you like some grapefruit?
Why? What have you done?
I've not put my penis in it, so don't worry. Not yet anyway. Wait for the camera to go off. So you'll all remember the iconic Jay Cutler video, where he's he's got some torn up towel as a headband. I needed to get a tea towel from Morrison's. The only one they had was a nice white one with love hearts on, which is very anabolic and alpha and manly. So I now need to cut this like a nice strip down so I can tie it around my head whilst I'm training legs. And I'll do that for the entire leg day today and look super hardcore, like I really want it. It's like when you get ready for school when you're like a really young kid and your mum's doing your tie for you. Why are you laughing at me? That's not very nice, is it? I'm going to sip some electrolytes and clean up my pre-workout meal mess, and I'll catch you at the gym.
Drank tuna and orange juice for my pre-workout meal. 8 full whole eggs. I'm about to do like 10 sets of 10 on a hat squat on Platz. It's great, mate. Fucking great. Right, we're locked in. It's game time. Shit serious now. I've got my shortest shorts on that I could possibly find, because that's like what they used to do back in the 80s. It's just obnoxiously tight shorts. Jay Cutler headbands on. I've got some Ronnie-esque glasses to put on my walking lunges at the end of the session, but for right now, I don't really know. I've googled a bit of Tom Platz leg day videos, and it kind of just confused me, because it's 8 to 12 sets of 5 to 50 reps. Doesn't really narrow it down, does it? And that's for squats, and I'm not squatting. So we'll adapt Tom Platz leg day to slightly protect my knees. We'll start with the hamstring curl as normal, then we'll do the leg extensions, the good old we'll get locked in on that. We'll do like 10 by 10 or something on there, just proper fuck myself up on the leg extension. Then we'll get into some, probably some leg press first, then some hack squat. We'll do some sissy hack squats, do the full shebang, finish with some walking lunges, Ronnie style. I'll taper in a little bit of my other stuff as well, I normally do, just to try and actually still grow. Well, it's going to fuck my legs up this quite badly, and my knee caps and my joints. A lot of people have also suggested to do the Mike Mentzer's meth pre-workout. See, unfortunately, I couldn't find any meth. I stopped on the way, asked a few crackheads, a few smackheads on the street. We did actually just drive past a shitload of police, and they were fishing out a massive zombie knife from the river. So that's Rotherham for you. They're just a couple of knives knocking about. But yeah, the smackheads are all out of meth. They've done it all themselves, sadly. So none for my pre-workout today. I didn't even take normal pre-workout just because I do feel a little bit ill still from the pre-workout meal. So we're raw dogging this session today. I don't really know the full plan for this video. I need to actually train my legs, but I'll do it the most old school way possible. So that starts with the bandana on, and then also just putting a belt on and wearing a belt for the entire session, because for some reason that's what they used to do. Right, typically on this hamstring curl specifically, I'd pin like plus 30 kilos to it, a plate and a half on top of the stack. Tom Platz wouldn't do that. No, he'd just do like fucking 30 reps for a top set. So yeah, that's what we're gonna do. Just gonna stack it for as many as I can. Fucking hell. Oh, ow. I don't like high reps. I really don't. That hurt. My hamstring's like semi-cramping. Obviously, last video I touched on the slight injuries I had. We actually filmed that yesterday, so it's the day after. I did it on the Gym Leco leg press here, I think anyway. And it's like training legs. I was leg pressing. I got, you know, a little bit ahead of myself. I was leg pressing quite a lot of weight. I was having to pull in and brace so hard that pulling in so hard ended up pulling a little bit of my forearm. And I think as well, just starts tensing everything, like pec pulled a little bit because it's all cold when I was training legs. So I am trying to be a little bit smarter and not brace as aggressively through the upper. Otherwise, I'm going to have to start warming up my whole upper to train legs, which is a bit silly then. Right, we are going to have to use the plate loaded prime leg extension. It's not bad, quite like it. I just prefer the pin loaded, but the pin loaded is broken. So plate loaded is probably do 3 or 4 plates for 10 sets of 10. I'm not going to do 10 sets to failure because that would just be stupid. So the first maybe 5 or 6 sets will probably be quite easy. And then if it's looking like I'm going to get the full 10 sets really easy, I'll make the last 2 or 3 sets a little bit heavier. But let's just get cracking. So a lot to get through here. So this back pad is all the way back. Now it's all the way back, which just puts slightly more stretch on the mid quad throughout the movement, which you can lean back and just literally achieve a greater range of motion basically. I'm sure that's what Tom Platz probably used to do, Mike Mentor, the whole lot. They're all those sorts of range of motion enthusiasts, so I'm sure that's where this originally stemmed from. Two sets. I've just found something that I need to put next to me for motivation. We've got the Quadfather to oversee my sets. So we're going to put him here looking at me like a proud father watching over his son, carrying on the legacy. Right, 4 sets to go. What are you hitting today, mate? Nice. Hey. One more. We'll full sand this one. We'll get away! That was 12 reps there. 2 more than what Tom would have done because I wanted more than him, mate. That's what we do. All right, obviously, Mr. Tom Platz loved his barbell squats, but I'm all for making this video entertaining, but I'm not injuring myself, so I'll be staying away from that. I've got leg press and I've got hack squat. Might as well, whilst I'm nice and warm, I'll go and do some hack squat. Just because I've got to do that stupid sissy squat variation. And I see us my knees lives, but we'll give it a go. All right, I'm thinking logically here, I will do a set normally with weight on the machine, and then my back off set, I will do it just the machine and just crank out some of those weird Platz-esque squats. I honestly could wrap it up here. If I do like another set of hamstring curl, set on adductor, legs is done. But I think I'll do one set on this with weight, as I said, and then we'll do the stupid Platz variation for the back off. I say stupid, obviously, the whole idea is you're getting more stretch through the quad, and then obviously range of motion stretch going to be a driver for hypertrophy and muscle growth, which is all very well and true. But then when you factor in the risk injury, you know, even Platz talked about himself, he genetically had very strong knees, whatever that means. My knees aren't as strong. My knees used to be really bad, but then I've been going a lot more intelligent with my training, and now they're actually pretty solid. So I wouldn't go as far as they're bulletproof like Platz's knees are. So we'll do one medium set first. My quads are fried from that. So I think the best I've done on here maybe, I always typically use this Jim Lecco hack squat at the end of a session. Never really done it where it is today. So if I can get 3 plates aside for a set, I'll be pretty content. Honestly, the most painful part of this is just stretching their quad. They're that pumped and they're just tightened up so much. If this wasn't bad enough, right, I'd like 10 sets of 10 on leg extension makes anybody feel sick. Straight into hat squat. Now doing that after drinking some tuna, egg whites and orange juice, splendid, and scratching a few eggs just to wash it down. I feel healthy, really healthy. This is just where I wish I had some meth pre-workout. Would have really put me into to the next gear. I don't think that's the best hack squat to do it on, in all honesty. The range of motion didn't feel quite Platz-esque, but it's good enough. My quads are blown right now, so. Hello. Do you like my Jay Cutler bandana? No. What Jay Cutler? Do you know who Jay Cutler is? Ninja. That's the one, mate.
Don't mess with Jack, don't mess with Jack.
Right, that lad that just walked past, his name's Taylor. Josh and I love him because he's an interesting character, very, very funny. He takes cough syrup as pre-workout because it's got glycerol in, which is obviously like a very fast absorbing glucose, so he gets a better pump. But he just drinks cough syrup pre-workout. Each to their own, I can't comment. I'm training in a bandana, so. See, if I was going to do this properly, proper old school, I'd proper go really heavy, rag it about and throw my hips up to try and get it up. I'm not going to do that because it kind of defeats the whole point. So I'm going to try and explain this crap, it's really hard to explain this on yourself whilst you're doing it. But if I'm here, and you'll see quite often, people will shift their hips up to pull it. They're do that. I'm just having to work on the machine now. But they'll do that. And what you're doing there is if you lift that up, you'll then change the angle of your hip. So to shorten your hamstring, you're shortening it by curling, but then you're lengthening it by pushing your hips up. So you're doing opposite things there. You're trying to get the hamstring short here, but if you shift your hips up, you're then lengthening it. So you're lengthening it at one end, but shortening at the other end. So actually, you're just doing a static hold to try and summarise that. It'd be much better with a diagram, but hopefully that makes some form of sense. If it doesn't, and it's confused you more, go and listen to Hypertrophy Coach talk about it, because he is far more intelligent and better at articulating things than me. But basically what you want to be doing is driving your hips down into the pad, keeping them sort of there, and not letting your glutes rise up. Training like this really does remind me how much I prefer the JP style of top set, back off set. Just all out 2 sets. You cause enough stimulus for the muscle without doing a crazy amount of volume and just causing loads of fatigue. Last exercise we're going to do just walking lunges. I'd love to do these outside, but I can't be asked to carry it all the way outside. We've got a track inside, right? I'm doing it inside. Some of you may remember the classic Ronnie walking lunges outside, and he's got some lovely shades on, so shit serious. I can't actually see, it's quite dark in there. It makes more sense to wear the sunglasses when you're outside, because inside it gets quite dark. That concludes the bit of a peculiar leg session, to be honest, but my legs are fried. Don't really feel like I've done heavy set, like a heavy top set, which does feel a little bit weird. Just basically got the world's biggest pump and it hurt. So I'm intrigued to see what the recovery's like, but wasn't bad. Probably wouldn't do it again, but you know, just had to try these things. I've got a little bit more stuff to film here for Instagram now. I know I'm going to head home and nail the post-workout of apple pie filling, because why people used to do that, I don't know, but we'll find out. So yeah, in terms of rating the stuff I've done today, I think number 1 has got to be the bandana. That was fine. I'll do the bandana again, no problem. 10 by 10 on leg extension. Wasn't bad, you know, definitely topped my quads up. See the purpose for it. Was a little bit time consuming, so again, won't be doing it again. Nor will I be doing the Tom Platz hack squat. D-ball, nest, probably again. Luckily I didn't do those today, but I wouldn't recommend people do those either. Unless you're back in the prep and need a bit of mess to get you through the day. That's about it.
Right, I'm back from the gym. I've showered because I was quite sweaty and I didn't want to smell. Now I've got my apple pie filling. I'm not convinced with this, right? Because to me, this doesn't even seem like a very dense carb source. I've not heard of this one before, but I believe I can see it happening. I can see people back in the day, especially in America, just eating this sort of shit because it's really carb dense. I assume back in the day in America it was a lot more carb dense than it is here, because in this whole tin, which is pretty big, I've just got big hands, but it's like a regular sized tin, there's only like 70 grams of carbs. Doesn't seem that carb dense to me, but it's probably because I've got the wrong one. I am intrigued. I don't really know what apple pie filling is. I do, obviously, but I've not had it from a tin before. I normally just have it in the apple pie. I don't fancy eating it cold, so I'm going to slap it in a bowl, microwave it for like, I don't know how long, it doesn't say on here, so I'm just going to microwave it till it seems a reasonable temperature to consume and not find it grim. I will just eat this, and I'm just going to eat my regular post-workout straight after, because I don't think this is really going to touch the sides. Yeah, let's slap it in a bowl. Right, the thing that's throwing me off, it's like all this just jelly shit. Like, it's just a grim consistency. The apple bit itself, I'm sure that'll be lovely, but these artificial sludge syrup stuff, clearly I'm not cut out to be a bodybuilder, right? I'm a modern day, optimal, half-arsed bitch of a bodybuilder, and it's why I'm not a very good pro, because I'm not willing to do the things that really matter. I've got some nice cold water to wash it down and rehydrate post legs, and luckily I've got some orange juice as well for some more carbs post workout. If I'm feeling, I've not got any protein here, so luckily for me I've got a tin of tuna. I can slap in the orange juice. Do you know what it tastes like? Say apple pie. What's it called? Is it apple sauce? stuff you have on like pork. The jelly shit is like that, which I do actually quite like, but not just by itself. It's like if you just get a spoonful of ketchup and just eat that, like nobody does that. But put ketchup on like chicken nuggets, fucking bangs. Yeah, it needs some texture to it. It needs crumble around the outside. I can see why people made apple crumble now. Because like, put a bit of breadcrumb on this, fucking banging meal. It's the texture, I can't do it. The apple itself is quite nice, but I don't know why I'm doing this because there's not even a lot of carbs in it. There's absolutely no benefit to eating this. Apart from views on the YouTube. If I fish through and just get the chunks of apple and try to leave out the sauce, it's actually not bad. It's not pleasant though. I would rather a bowl of rice pudding. Oh, right. I'm gonna sack this off and just sip some orange juice I don't really like. Yep, still shit. I'm just gonna have a bowl of cereal as usual. Some cinnamon cereal whey isolate from ESN. I'm back on that hype. Went to a more chocolatey way for a while, but I'm back to cinnamon cereal. Absolutely love it. It's unbeatable. If anybody wants this apple pie fill-in, I'll leave it here. Just come collect it, and I'll wrap it up here. I'm gonna eat some actual carbs because I want to somewhat do well at some point in bodybuilding, and to do so, need a decent post-workout meal because that's not quite cutting it. Yeah, thanks for watching. Probably won't be doing this video again because I've not really enjoyed any of it. Hopefully it's made for a good video. Any other content ideas you've got, please do drop them below. We've got about 8 weeks till I start prep, so we've got 8 weeks of really poor, boring content. So if we can fill that 8 weeks with some good videos, please do drop them below and I'll get to it. And I'll see you in the next one.